Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Letcher County Airport project is beginning the next phases of its development. And an eastern Kentucky community has one more option for women looking for health care in the mountains.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this October 1st. It's 5:31 this morning, and Megan, it is a hot day to start our October, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I mean, the temperatures aren't going to be changing too much this week, so it's not like you're going to have to get used to the temperatures changing throughout the next several days. So I guess there's some good news there. Here's what you can expect as you're heading into the first day of the month, though. We're looking at mid to upper 50s. Some folks hanging out in the 60s this morning, and by the time we head into the afternoon, definitely feeling some heat as temperatures sit in the mid 80s for some folks. The rest of the region, though, upper 70s and low 80s. As we look at chances for rain, though, we will once again stay clear. The forecast is sunny to mostly sunny skies all day long, even continuing into tomorrow. So let's break that down over the next couple of hours. You're going to notice temperatures warming up. We'll hit a high around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock time frame. Mostly sunny this morning, but sunny skies during the hottest parts of your day. Amelia.
In Rockcastle County, a woman is charged with murder. Tuasha Flores Mayo was arrested Sunday morning. Deputies say someone told them that she was driving a missing man's car. They found the car in her driveway, and the man's body was found under a tarp in her yard. She told deputies that she didn't know about the body, and she said the man told her that he was going to Tennessee 4 days earlier. She's now facing charges including murder, robbery, and evidence tampering. A Louisville woman is accused of damaging a Little Caesars store after she learned the extra sauce wasn't free. An arrest report reveals Brianna Haynes asked for extra sauce when she came to pick up her order. But when a worker told Haynes that she'd have to pay an extra $1, she lost her composure. Security video shows her knocking items off the counter, including the computer register and stand, causing more than $1,000 in damage. The Lexington Fire Department responded to a call Monday about a suspicious substance at the Federal Medical Center in Lexington. FMC officials say 2 workers in the mailroom started to feel sick after contact with the substance. They were later taken to the hospital. The hazardous materials lieutenant told us that they used special devices to test the air and materials.
Well, these devices have a chemical library of over 5,000 chemicals, so they'll kind of narrow down or identify what the chemical is for us, and then we can base our actions.
Officials say there's no longer a threat, but they say they might continue with further private testing. Several Powell County EMS workers will be able to keep their licenses. That's after a hearing yesterday. Powell County Judge Executive Eddie Barnes and another EMS worker gave anti-venom to James Harrison back in May. Harrison, the director of the Kentucky Reptile Zoo, was bitten by a highly venomous Jameson's mamba. The state EMS board says only wilderness paramedics can give someone anti-venom. Medical experts told Harrison's family that the anti-venom saved his life. Well, one of the 3 men convicted in Crystal Rogers' murder is taking his appeal to Kentucky Supreme Court. Joseph Lawson's lawyers filed the motion on Monday. Earlier this month, Lawson was sentenced to 20 years in prison for conspiracy to murder and 5 years for tampering with evidence. A judge previously denied Lawson's motion for a new trial. Lawson, along with his father, Steve, and Crystal's boyfriend at the time she disappeared, Brooks Houck, were all found guilty in the cases against them. London Mayor Randall Weddle is back at City Hall after a judge ruled the City Council didn't have enough evidence for his impeachment just more than 3 weeks ago. The City Council is vowing not to give up trying to keep him from staying in office. Last night, Mayor Weddle told the council that he's ready to put this in the past and move forward. Weddle says the council's effort to impeach him is the, quote, greatest coup in the history of Southeast Kentucky.
It shows how this council is not responsible. They don't think about the people's tax dollars. I asked them last night to put the feelings aside, told them that I forgave them. We're moving on out of this impeachment. I have no hard feelings, no ill will.
The City Council's attorney is appealing the ruling. It's not known when the Court of Appeals will hear the latest argument. Roads and bridges throughout the region were damaged by the historic flooding in July of 2022. Some have been repaired, but others are still untouched. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino spoke to a concerned Knott County couple.
This has been going on for 3 years. We've been trying to get something done, and nothing's done.
Joan and Charles Hall have been working the last few years to get attention to flood-damaged roads in Knott County.
Very concerned about Route 7 and 899. These roads have not been touched since the flood of 2022. They've patched, but not resurfaced. On the side of the road, they're breaking off, and it's dangerous to drive. If I had a child in school, I would not let my child drive the school bus because these roads are pathetic.
The Halls say not only is the road dangerous for travel, but is also causing maintenance issues to their vehicles, causing them to buy a new set of tires about every 6 months.
I mean, there's potholes there that are absolutely ruining people's cars and their tires. And you know, tires aren't cheap.
The Halls claim they have called senators, representatives, and highway departments, but are left with no direct answers.
There was a concert in Lexington where $2.9 million was raised. Nobody can tell me where that money's at, and we need help. These roads are pathetic.
The closer we get to the county line down here, the worse it gets.
In Knott County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
And WYMT did reach out to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, District 12 in Pikeville, around 3:15 yesterday afternoon. However, media relations officials says they could not provide a statement by news time as they were heading to an out-of-office meeting. Well, a project that's been 21 years in the making is one step closer to happening in the ISOM community of Letcher County. A grant agreement of around $2.4 million from the Federal Aviation Administration will allow the Letcher County Airport Board to begin the next phases of work on a new airport. Chairman Jeffrey Justice says an airport will be an asset to the community in many ways, including emergency transportation.
Sometimes we do only have one ambulance operating in the county. Whenever that happens, the ambulances cannot leave the county lines. So if someone needs to be flown out but it's too foggy for a helicopter, they use fixed wing transport.
Justice says he's thankful for previous board members like John Combs who have worked hard and devoted a lot of time and resources to make this happen. It's expected to be a few more years before this project is complete. The Martin County Health Department and ARH celebrated a medical milestone with a ribbon cutting yesterday morning. The ARH mobile clinic will provide women's health care and other medical needs to the people of Martin County. Big Sandy Region Clinic Administrator Tracy Gimbel says this will help folks to get the care they need without having to drive as far to get it.
It started back when we had all the flooding a couple of years ago, and ARH wanted to be able to give back and to be able to help. So they ended up getting this grant for this amazing unit, and now we're prepared to go out when there's emergencies, but we can also offer primary care, and now we're offering women's health services.
The mobile health clinic will see patients on the last Tuesday of every month from 9 to 4:30. The clinic will be at the Martin County Health Department's parking lot. Pikeville Medical Center is hoping to keep students in the mountains with a program that aims to connect graduating seniors with the potential pathways. WYMT's Buddy Forbes explains.
We're not just showcasing jobs, we're building connections. We're opening doors.
Pikeville Medical Center is building the bridge to help students reach their post-graduation paths.
As we grow people from home and within that have compassion and a care really for the region, that they'll give back more and they'll want our region to continue to grow and they'll be invested here.
High school seniors from the area gathered at the Appalachian Wireless Arena Tuesday, hearing from some of the local leaders who stayed in the region.
As you know, not only do we need young people to invest in this area and to commit to this area, but we also need leaders in the future that will, draw attention to this area for that outside investment that's necessary.
The event spotlighted a host of job opportunities, a variety of educational pathways, and trade training opportunities to help students gear up for their next steps.
Definitely most interested in going and speaking to all of the colleges and seeing what everybody has to offer as far as scholarships and just opportunities in general.
Providing a closer look at not only healthcare jobs, but some of the industries and partners partners that offer other careers in the mountains.
Because I think a lot of people think they have to go away from Eastern Kentucky to have opportunities with any career, but this is eye-opening to all of us especially.
Hoping to change perceptions by watering the seeds where they are planted.
Because everyone's just like, oh, there's nothing here, but this shows that there's tons of opportunities for people to get different types of jobs or go to different colleges here.
Showing that there is a pathway for every passion.
And allowing all those different career opportunities for people to stay at home, that means something. And it means something not only to today, but it means something for tomorrow.
In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The event also included door prizes and games. Students say it was a nice break from their routine to see what the region has to offer. The federal report shows the Cumberland Gap National Historical Park in Middlesboro made a big economic impact last year. The National Park Service says the park generated more than $24 million for the local economy in 2024. More than 729,000 people visited, spending nearly $24 million in surrounding communities. Buffalo Trace has celebrated the filing of its 9 millionth bottle of bourbon since the Prohibition. It comes just months after the worst flooding since the 1930s swamped much of the operations at the distillery in Frankfort. This barrel marks a moment of resurgence for the storied distillery at a time when Kentucky distilleries are collectively filing 2.7 million barrels a year. Buffalo Trace has emerged as a popular stop on the Bourbon Trail.
The impact of this distillery goes beyond the gates out there. Every visitor who comes here helps support our hotels, our restaurants, our shops, our downtown businesses. Bourbon tourism is one of the strongest drivers of our local economy.
The barrel will spend the next 2.5 years in the building until it's replaced by the next millionth barrel. In total, the barrel will be aged about 10 years before the public gets to taste. Well, the fall forest fire season starts today. Until December 15th, burning is prohibited between 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening within 150 feet of the woods. Forestry officials say with a wet spring and dry conditions recently, there is an increased risk of fires. In Kentucky, 99% of wildfires are caused by human activity, with arson accounting for more than half. It's now 5:43 and it's official. The Four Seasons is getting a second season. That and more in today's IN Entertainment Report.
And we're continuing to see those above average temperatures today.